in we will continue with N-type semiconductor. Here, when silicon or germanium crystal is doped with pentavalent impurities such as phosphorus, arsenic, or antimony, we get N-type semiconductor. Okay, because in pentavalent impurity there are 5 electrons. Figure shows the schematic electronic structure of antimony. So here you can see this is antimony at the center. In N-type semiconductor, when a dopant atom of 5 valence electrons occupies a position of silicon atom in the crystal. See here, this is antimony and it has got the place in the silicon atom. Okay, 4 electrons from the dopant form bond with the 4 neighboring silicon. So here it forms a covalent bond. Here also we can see it forms a covalent bond. See here it forms a covalent bond with the silicon atom. This impurity, it is forming a covalent bond with the silicon here all. But 1 electron here you can see this is a free electron. Here it is written free electron. 5th electron from the dopant remain weakened. Figure shows the pentavalent impurity in the silicon. To make this electron free, even at room temperature, very small energy is required. Since every pentavalent dopant atom donates 1 electron for conduction, we have seen in the figure that it is donating 1 electron. See here it is written donor impurity contributes 1 electron. It is called as a donor impurity because impurity is giving what? 1 electron. As this semiconductor has large number of electrons in conduction band and its conductivity is due to negatively charged carriers, it is called as N-type semiconductor. Because the conduction is due to what? Negatively charged carriers. That's why it is called as what? N-type semiconductor. Next we will see. The density of a conduction electron in doped semiconductor is sum of. Now density of electron is due to what? It is because of the electron contributed by donors and thermally generated electrons from the host. So because of these two, we have the density of electrons. The density of hole is only due to the thermal breakdown. Okay. The number of electrons exceeds the number of holes because this is an N-type semiconductor, so electrons are more. Thus, in semiconductor doped with the pentavalent impurity, electrons are majority carriers and holes are minority carriers. Therefore, it is called as N-type semiconductor. So, number of electrons is greater than the number of holes. Okay, because it is N-type semiconductor. Now, see here here you can see donor energy level here above donor energy level here. This is valence band and this is conduction band. Features of N-type semiconductor. These are the material doped with the pentavalent impurity. This we know. And the electrical conduction is due to the donor atoms lost the electrons. Number of free holes are very small. So Ne is greater than Nh. This we have seen. And third is when the energy is supplied externally, the negatively charged electrons and positively charged holes are available for conduction. So these were the features. Now P-type semiconductor we will see. Here, when the silicon and germanium crystal is doped with trivalent impurity such as boron, you can see in the figure boron B is written here, we get P-type semiconductor. This figure shows P-type semiconductor. The dopant trivalent atom has 1 valence electron less than that of a silicon. So silicon में कितने होते हैं? 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन होते हैं. And this impurity, that is boron, has how many? 3 electrons because it is trivalent. Every trivalent dopant atom forms a covalent 3 electron with the 3 neighboring silicon atom to form a covalent bond. They form a covalent bond. But the 4th bond becomes what? Incomplete. The incomplete bond can be completed by another electron in the neighboring silicon atom. So this incomplete bond which is there, that can be completed by the silicon atom, neighboring silicon atom. Since each donor trivalent atom can accept an electron, it is called as acceptor impurity. So it is accepts the electron because that place is empty. Okay. So that empty place accepts the electron. It takes the electron from the neighboring atom. That's why it is called as what? Acceptor impurity. The shared electron creates a vacancy. Now, when the electron is coming from the other atom, at that place there is a vacancy of electron. That means there is a nothing. So there is a, that place is called as a hole and it has a positive charge. Thus, the hole is available for conduction from the acceptor impurity. Holes are the majority carriers and the electrons are minority carriers. Now, this is p-type semiconductor. So here the holes are majority and N are electrons are minority carriers. Acceptor atoms negatively charged and the majority carriers are holes. Therefore, the extrinsic semiconductor doped with the trivalent impurity is called p-type semiconductor. Now next we will see, this is a diagram. You can see acceptor energy level here. This is valence band and conduction band, and here you can see the energy, acceptor energy level for p-type semiconductor. Now next we will see charge neutrality of extrinsic semiconductor. Now charge neutrality is what for the extrinsic semiconductor? The n-type semiconductor has excess of electrons, but these extra electrons are supplied by the donor atoms. This we know very well, and they become positively charged. Since each atom of donor impurity is electrically neutral, we know that it is electrically neutral. The semiconductor as a whole electrically neutral because it loses the electron, it becomes positively charged, and where it goes, that electron where it goes, that becomes negatively charged. The whole crystal will become what? Electrically neutral. Here the excess electron refer to the number of electrons needed to complete the covalent bond in the semiconductor crystal. So excess electron means forms a covalent bond. These extra free electrons increase the conductivity of semiconductor. So what do? They increase the conductivity. P-type semiconductor has a hole in some energy level. When the electron from the host atom fills this level, host atom is positively charged and the dopant atom is negatively charged. But the semiconductor as a whole is electrically neutral because there only electron goes from one place to other place and they produce what? Holes. Okay. At that place, that place becomes positively charged, and the other place where they go, that becomes negatively charged. So it is what? Atom is what? Neutral. PN junction. Whenever N and P types semiconductors are fused together, that is called as what? PN junction form. That we say what? PN junction is formed. If you see your diagram, then you can see that here this is P and this is N. Here these are the positive charges, negative charges. So in place of positive charge, negatives are there where they are less as compared to positive charge. And in N, the negative charges are there, but positive charges are less. Here you can see this is a P-type semiconductor above, this is N-type semiconductor below, and at the center, this is a junction. Here also you can see the diagram where you can see here this is P, this is N, and here this is a junction. Okay. Diffusion means what? That we will see. In the diagram you can see this is a positive charge, this is a negative charge. When the N-type and the P-type semiconductors are fused together, the number of electrons in the N side of a junction is very large compared to the number of holes on the P side. Okay. So number of electrons are greater in N-type. Electrons are in the N is very large compared to the number of holes, and the same for the number of holes on the P side. So number of holes in the P side is greater. Due to the density of the gradient exists on both sides of the PN junction, it causes a migration of charge carriers. So here electron goes to the P side and holes goes to the N side. Here you can see when the electron from the N side of the junction migrate to the P side, they leave behind the positive charge. That place becomes positively charged. And when the hole from the P side goes to the N side, that place becomes negatively charged. The transfer of electrons and holes across the junction is called as what? Diffusion. So diffusion means only transfer of electrons and holes across the junction. So in the figure you can see here this is a P side, but here electrons are there because they have come from N side, and here holes are there to the N side, but the holes has come from the P side. Here also the same thing. Potential barrier means what? That we will see. The diffusion of charge carriers across the junction and the resultant accumulation of positive and negative charges across the junction builds a potential difference. So here we can see at the junction positive and negative charges. So that is called as, that is nothing but what? Potential difference, and this potential difference is called as potential barrier. The magnitude of potential barrier for silicon is 0.6 to 7 and for germanium is 0.3 to 0.35 volt. This potential barrier always exists even if the device is not connected to the external power supply. It prevents continuous diffusion of carriers. So carriers cannot go from one place from P to N and N to P because of this barrier. Depletion region. Free charge carriers cannot present in a region where there is a potential barrier. In the potential barrier, there are no free charge carriers. The region on either side of the junction therefore become a completely devoid of carriers. So there is no carriers in the depletion region. This region where the PN in the PN junction where no charges is there are no charges, it is called as a depletion region. So depletion region means very easy, there are no charges. So here you can see the diagram where it is written depletion layer, and here this you can see these are not a free charges. There is a potential barrier, and in this potential barrier there is no free charges. That's why it is called as what? Depletion region. That means what? It is a devoid of charge carriers.